we need to find the tangent line of the ellipse with the equation 5x squared minus 240x plus y squared plus 179 equals 0. And the tangent line must pass the origin. So what it's telling us is that we already given one point of the tangent line. It must pass the origin. What we need to do is to find the slope. Because once we find the slope m, the equation is just going to be y minus 0 equals m times x minus 0. So simply, we just need to find m, and the equation is just y equals m times x. And that is the tangent line we're looking for. So now we need to find the slope by taking the derivative. And because we're given an equation and the variable x and y are not separated, we need to use implicit differentiation. So differentiate the equation, we get 5 times 2, 10x minus 240 plus 2y times dy over dx, because y is a function of x, and we gain a factor because of the chain rule, plus 179, the derivative is 0. So this whole thing equals 0. Then we solve for dy over dx. And we simplify. You should get dy over dx equals 5. You factor out the 5. 24 minus x all over y. So this is the slope that we're looking for. But it's not going to work because the slope must be a number. We are looking for a number. Right now we only have a expression. So we do need to find the point x0 of tangency. What it means is that if you draw the picture of the ellipse, it has to pass the origin. Okay, so this is a tangent line, and this is another one. We need to find this point and that point. Now, how do we find those points? Well, let's say you plug in the slope back into the equation. What it is going to give you is y equals 5 times 24 minus x divided by y times x. This equation represents all the points on the tangent line. And the particular point on the tangent line must be also on the ellipse in order to be a point of intersection or tangency. So what we need to do is we simplify this expression. We realize that y squared equals 5 times 24 minus x times x. We plug this into the original equation and solve for x. So 5x squared minus 240x plus 5 times 24 minus x times x plus 179 equals 0. And we can solve this equation for x, and it will give us the point of tangency. And the x0, that point that is tangent, equals, and it's a quadratic equation of x. You should be able to solve for this. 179 divided by 120. Now, once we have this point, we can solve for the slope by just plugging this point back to the slope. So the slope m is going to be plus minus square root of 13,505 divided by square root of 179. And during the process, you know that you also need to find the y0. And how do you find y0? Well, by plugging the x squared into this expression. That's how you gain some square root, and that's how you plug it into m and gain some square root in the expression of m. So the key point in this question is that you do know the expression for the slope. So once you find the expression for the slope, you need to plug in to the tangent line and use that expression back into the original equation to find the point of tangency. Okay, so once you find your x0 and y0, you have to plug it back into the expression of the slope in order to solve for the slope. And the slope must be a number. So once you find that number, you know the tangent line equation is just y equals whatever that number is times x, because it passed through the origin.